Coming to you live. We're recording at 04 hours 36 minutes on Thursday, August 13, 2020. I titled this, just gonna call it Victim Mentality. You know me, how I word things. And I still hear in society, which is what's funny to me. A man or a woman always asks of our same race, why am I successful? What is stopping you? And every time somebody responds, it's always, and this is period. This is what kills me, cause so somehow in society, we automatically, and I noticed this when we start. I guess the first question I want to ask to you before I do that, let's look at a definition of victim mentality. Is an acquired personality trait in which a person tends to recognize or consider themselves as a victim of a negative actions of others, and to behave as if this were the case in the face of contrary evidence of such circumstances. Victim mentality depends on clear thought process and attribution. So, if we're going to take the time out, I want to break this up and try to help people understand that a lot of people are not coming with a victim mentality, because first you have to believe something that is really. So basically they're saying contrary evidence of such circumstances. So my question is, what is success? What does success mean to you? So just because somebody else's success don't look as yours, it don't mean success. Is that, see, but that's what they're saying. My clear thought process, my thought process of how you got to where you at and to where I'm at was in the same steps. I want to just go over some different things that what would say that somebody is being victim. Always complaining about they being treated different, being treated as less, doing the same thing and not getting nowhere, performing the same actions and getting paid. See, but we call these victim mentalities. But then in the same thing, so wouldn't that make anything that you're fighting against? Now a brother. I listened to a brother. I didn't take it to heart, but I listened to what he said. He said he gonna have his children listen to me and say, "Don't be like this person. Don't be as this person, because they little messed up in the head." That's beautiful. But it's as, don't listen to this person. And the first thing I thought about, this is what I always think about. We get humbled so quick. I could think of a million people that get humbled so quick over the things that they say. Because I think it's irony. But the one thing, here we go again, you're going to get tired of me saying this. We never talk about love anymore. Never. I don't hear it. Even when you listen to those people, I'll be like, I hope they say the word love. I hope they say the word self-care, strength within yourself, self-esteem. They'll say all these other type of words. But I say, what does it have to do with compassion? Like, before I can have compassion for somebody else, I have to have compassion. Before I can have somebody can give me affection, I got to be affectionate towards myself. They have to see that. I have to be nurturing. Before I can enjoy a travel to the Bahamas, I have to enjoy something already within me before I even get to the Bahamas. But people take a long time to listen to what I say. They would say, it's all you got a victim mentality. Like one guy told me, I don't see how you doing good based on how you talk. Because I said, sir, I'm not oblivious to the world. He said, it's about him and his family and doing the things he have to do. And I said, so, what if there's 50 children and you only have 2 or 3? He have two children. I wasn't sure, he didn't tell me. But I know he have children. He said, I have children. So he have two children. And I say, you have your children. There's 50 kids. I said, you loaded up on weapons and everything you gave them. But they got to go outside amongst those 50 other children. Now, let's say something happened. Let's say we in a dangerous time. You got to protect your two children. I said, I don't care how many times you unload that gun. You swipe that knife, that sword, that weapon you have. You're not going to take out 50. That's how you take out those 50 kids. And there's another wave just as in the game. How far do you get on 50 coming at you? 50, 50, 50, 50, 50, 50. 50 kids keep coming at you. So how long would you survive? And he still didn't see what I was saying. So if my mind mentality can think past, wow, besides my two children, these is 50 other children that might need me. But that's a victim mentality. See, people will talk to me and say, I'm doing victim. And no, I'm not going to be oblivious and here's the things that we call victim mentality in America. I am a 6'5", African descendant, quote unquote, black man, indigenous, ebony man in America. So you telling me I don't get treated different when I go out? First, let's start off. You telling me I don't get treated different by my own race? That's being a victim. So that's me sitting there being cool, not bothering nobody. I'm being who I am and getting treated different just because I'm not in the in crowd. But that's a victim. So I want to get this straight. I'm being a victim right now. That you literally, people are pointing out they're treating me different, but I'm being a victim. I want to get this, everything I say, I want to get everything correct. I'm being a victim because I experienced being treated different. So in America, that's victim mentality. Don't forget, what is the question? What is success? How does success look? That's the question. So in America, we preach and teach education. Get an education, get an education, get an education, right? Okay, I'm gonna get education. Well, with my educating, when I graduated, it was I graduated from ITT, but I went to my sister's graduation. It was 20,000 people that graduated with a bachelor's degree in different things, right? So if I go to one school, one small, it's not even the highest ranked school in our city, but it's a great school to go to because it's a accredited school, alumni, and everybody will know about the school. So you telling me 20,000, and let's say 2,000 people graduated with the same thing she had, the same degree, and going for, let's say, sociology. That's everybody wanted to be a sociologist. And there is open available jobs. And just say you create I'm going to get to the business part of that. And so let's say all the schools across America, we know it was over, when I watched NCAA basketball, and it's over 200 plus Division I schools. That's just Division I. We're not even talking about Division II, Division III, or we can say collegiate schools of a certain amount of people. So even the smallest school, they have over 300 people graduating in sociology. And then you all go out and try to get a sociology degree. Or a career or a job. Guess what? Not enough. But that's a victim. See, I'm bringing up real life situations, but I will be called a victim. I'm victimizing myself. Oh, okay. We all start a business. Every people of our race start a business. But we know that a lot of us don't have a lot of different skills and a lot of things. So let's say sewing. That's a very hard skill. It's a very hard skill to have to learn how to sew. Let's say 10 people within the same city, the same parameters, diameter, radius of the city, start a sewing business and set up shop. And each part of different parts of the city, and some of them are going to be near. Remember, they're all in the same radius. So when one get more business, how was the other ones not affected? So we'll say, well, you got to work harder, this, and this, and that. But as soon as you say, well, my business didn't do so great, that's a victim. This is what I'm trying to. I want to understand what does, according to them, it's a clear thought. It's a contrary of evidence and circumstances. I'm giving you evidence and circumstances, but it's contrary because another person, and now here is the other side of, I guess you want to call it survival mentality. I never heard that one. Or overcoming mentality that since I did it, again, what is success? How does success? Since I did it, that means you can do it. I never said that. I will say, that's that saying, I wouldn't work at Burger King. So why would I tell somebody to work at Burger King? I would say Burger King hiring, they make $15 an hour if you want to get a start up. And that's what you feel as you can do that. I always give a suggestion. I never tell you what you can and can't do because I never tell myself what I can and can't do. I get emails from companies. I'll be thinking they fake. I'm like, where did this company come from? No, I don't even know what a chemical, what was this? And it was legit. And I went to the interview because I go to things just to see because I have no idea. I even more recently before this started happening, I'm not an RN. I'm not that high of a nurse. And I asked them. They say, "Oh, we know you're a CNA." I said, "Oh, okay." I went to the interviews. They was hiring me for positions that, quote unquote, I wasn't qualified. I can't say I wasn't qualified for because I would never. And that's since, and the one thing that I don't do. Now, here's the other side of what I don't do. I would never say I'm not qualified. But remember, but when people get to talk to me, like, that's not victim mentality. I think different. Yes, I think very, very, I've been told that a lot. I don't think in the same box as everybody else. Just because I am doing good, I would not tell somebody else something of, if here's the thing with me. I would try to provide the most information I can. We are so stuck once people start doing good. And I see it. And I ask people, why did you think back? Why is you originally doing this? Because as I'm watching you, you kind of, and the one thing we do when we start doing good, we start putting people down. I don't think some people, you can say some people have a victim mentality, but the bad part about it, you said to recognize or consider themselves as a victim. It's a personality trait. But same thing as jealousy. That's a personality trait, but we don't call that a personality trait. See, I learned about this world. This world would try to depict and dictate of a Soviet parentheses society of who you are and who you not. But then tell you who you are and who you not when you turn around and say, that's not who I am. Then call you something's wrong with you. But there's nothing wrong with you. And the funny part about a lot of things in how we do it, especially for our race, if we talk about something, and it's not the same as everybody else, and so we'll blame someone. Well, I'm sorry. I'm an uncle more than I'm a spiritual father. People don't know, and it's sad that people have to. I don't record myself doing nothing. I talked about, and it's videos I have not uploaded because I didn't want that video to be uploaded. But I do things for people. I don't worry about it. I don't worry about getting recognition because I'm only looking at recognition. I'm only looking for recognition from that person. By recognition, I'm only looking for that person. I'm not looking. That's the thing. I'm not even looking for their praise. I'm only looking for. See, you thought I was gonna say something totally different. No, I'm looking for that person. So, and I ask you again, what is success and what does success look at for you? For me, success is me accomplishing and doing things that I wanted to do in life. That's just for me. I don't think a dollar amount dictate how successful I was in life. I would rather have no money at all. I would rather be poor than to be that have a characteristics sense or personality traits which don't have love in them. That's just me. I would rather be poor. I live on the street. If I had to do a lot of things to accomplish, because that's what we'll call accomplish, having a certain dollar amount, I'm good. One thing I do pride and I'm very proud of, I don't rob from the poor. No business I ever had, and as I told people, or if I'm doing now, even now, I never say you should do that. I'm everything that I do with is a means of everybody else can do it. If I'm paying a certain dollar amount, that's for my business. But if I to get started, it's like I did a research before where the lady said she wanted to start, but she never wanted to start. Her business start off with is $180. No, not $180 to do some network marketing, some startup plan business, her own. It was to have beauty supplies products, but natural. Because look at society now. But that's always been a thing. None of this is new. The soap, we always use natural soap. We didn't always use Zest or some other company. Probably I shouldn't have said their name. I don't know. But that was just for instructional purposes to use that name. But it can be my name, Otis Beauty Supplies. Ota's tough soap, but easy on the skin slogan, or whatever it may be. We always use that. But she didn't want to do it. And I'm not faulting her. I'm not mad at her. But sometimes the opportunities are there. But sometimes we don't know there's an opportunity. But I'm not going to harp on how America is because it seems as the way our society is set up now is you have no excuse for nothing. Don't matter how old you are. And I would never say you don't have an excuse. But the corny way, there's a will, there's a way. The reason when I become a father, I want to give my child everything that I never had. And the one thing that I have, thank you for the wise people being present in my life. The Creator, the Spirit set me up with great people in my life. And I try to talk to them and write to them. If I can't the things, however I keep in touch, I try to keep that in touch with those people. Even if I don't talk to them but once a month or see them every blue, but knowing they're alive. I know they're alive because I'm checking on them and they're doing very well. They're doing well in their health. And success too is part of your health. I did a live, I didn't never show it, live recording. And we got to stop looking at people and things as that's wrong, that's right. I don't know what he did to get there. But I know it's me as a man, and I don't defend playerism. I don't defend a man say I'm gonna defend women like so they might get kidnapped or taken away. But I also want to say, do you defend her heart? Defending her heart is not cheating on her, not lying to her. See, I'm a balanced person. For me, abortion is the same versus child sexualization. You aborting a child and then talk about, children are the future. And no offense, that man or woman, you're hurting the children. How many babies died this year is sad. Not especially do abortion and then do murder now. The child made it enough out of the womb and then they get murdered. And it's not a victim mentality. We stop each other. We say a crab in the barrel. I don't think it's that. I think history is showing itself. But me at the age I am, I say I don't have no more excuses. I don't have a victim mentality, but I have a reality mentality. So I want you to ask yourself, is you doing your best? Are you doing your all? And sometimes you have to ignore that society does treat you different. That's what they want you to forget, that society treats you different. They want you to say, and this is the hardest part, you're not doing hard enough. You're not going hard enough. You're not doing that. And you sitting there like, damn, my blood, sweat, and tears is all out. I'm tired, I'm fatigued. You get to that point. That's not a victim mentality, that's reality. And if somebody say that, you might leave them alone. People say, I hang with certain type of people because I want to feel like it's bragging. No, you still bragging. It's just that you hanging with those people. Because they're going to say something, they're going to be bragging. That's still bragging. You're bragging regardless. See, I don't do, and see, we got to say victim mentality, but I don't do ignorant mentality. I don't do forget who I am mentality. I don't do oblivious mentality. I don't do weak mentality. And I don't damn sure don't uplift a race or a person over another person mentality. I don't do interracial intermingling mentality. See, my mentality is who I am and who I aspire to be. People, if I say I'm the most successful man I've ever seen because I stay true to myself, people will say that's sad. I will get praise for that. But it's funny that even in my culture, this is the sad part. I don't use drugs. I don't have a police record. Never will. Never do. Never. 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 It's sometimes, and if I'm a victim, how come I always say never and it never happens? Why? How is that possible? They say you don't stand for something, you fall for anything. Well, if you stand for something and you don't have no information, you're falling. I don't care. And then the one thing about this, why do we associate what we have based on a person's character and a personality? Nothing you do shape your character and personality. Money, the money, that don't shape who you are. That don't shape your character or personality. You can be a piece of crap. You can have a nasty attitude. But remember, victim mentality is not something that we think the way it is. See, even the definition, it say evidence of circumstances. Well, if you're born in a bad place, you should automatically be bad, right? But they say yes, but at the same time, they say no. So what I say unto one, I say unto all. It's your path, it's your journey, it's your choice. What is success, and what does success mean to you? And the best advice I can give any young man and woman, be who you are. It's things in life just because you don't want everything. Trust me. The way a lot of even if it's okay to just listen to somebody just because they have money, yeah, you see them people on the streets sometimes. They're very wise as well. I listen to people on the street as well. Whether they drunk, high, or they just poor or smell funny, they have a lot of wiseness in them. A lot of information. But it's up to you for you to dictate and determine your path. And no, all paths is not equal. This is one of the jokes I have. How tall are you? I'm 6'5". So more such as if you listen, and I'm taller than you. Are we equal? No, I am taller than you. That's part of my joke because there's no such thing as equal. But you can utilize your size in a good way, whether it's through a sport or through your life. And I can utilize mine through a sport or through my life. And now let's do this. My mind is not even equal to yours, and your mind would never be equal. Because that's what makes it beautiful. But guess what? You're not crying, you're not crying, and you're not complaining. And you're not a victim. But imagine reality where people actually still cared about people. Shalom.